dispatched for a call. A second, so I never got to interact with the person in question, but I would listen to the 911 calls after. I got called to do backup for gunshot wound initially. It was a farm way outside of town, about 20 or 30 minutes. Turned out to be a father who recently lost both his parents within the month. Didn't want his family to go through with such loss either. Decided to kill his family to spare them that same fate. Father killed mom and his 2 kids. We get a call from the daughter, who is about 13. She's been shot in the head, but she's still alive and conscious. The call was 30 minutes long, but the father was in the same room as her and the rest of the recently murdered family members. She was sitting on her bed with a bullet in her head, just saying in the most monotone voice, "I've been shot. My family is dead. My dad has a gun." She is in so much shock that she couldn't express a single emotion. Can you imagine this? I can't. Can you imagine being shot by your father? Your whole family is dead and you're shot in the head. You're sitting on your bed and you're making this 911 call and you're only 13. You could hear long pauses of silence as the dispatcher tried to get an idea of what the hell was going on, and how the daughter and dad were just staring each other down for 5 minutes at a time, with nothing but breathing to be heard, and the daughter answering the dispatcher's questions. About 30 minutes go by. The dispatcher saying, "Are you alright? Is he still there? He still have a gun? Is he still alive? Are you okay?" etc., etc. Just monotone responses. You can hear the sound of sirens in the background, and the father leaves the room, followed by a gunshot. The dad shoots himself and died right as we pulled up. She ended up living, but had lost every single member of her family that day. My friend was a major champion for how he handled the situation. He never wanted to listen to that again. Can you blame him? It's really disturbing that these parents would, I don't know what they're thinking. I guess they're thinking that, "Oh, I don't want you to suffer pain, so I'm gonna kill you." Well, what do you think this poor girl is suffering now, since he loved her so much? It just seems so strange to me. I don't know. I don't know. I shadowed a 911 operator, operator. We got a call from an 8-year-old who says his big brother was in the bathroom, but he hasn't been out for an hour. And there has been absolutely no sound from his brother this whole time. He's been listening, knocking on the door, trying to break down the door, but he just couldn't. When he realized that something might be seriously wrong, he called 911. He actually broke down the door somehow while he was on the phone with us. Found his dead brother hanging from the ceiling. He had committed suicide. Being that this was a very small town, everybody knew the mother a year prior had committed suicide via pills herself. To that same family, hearing that kid cry will always haunt me. Imagine what it did to him. his family was expected to do the cleanup, I believe, is that if he could have foreseen that emotional and psychological damage he put his family through, he would have chosen somewhere else. Of course, they suffered from the trauma, just not of cleaning his blood, brain matter, teeth, etc. from where he took his life, but from everything else. I always have understanding for all sides. I try not to judge, but with this situation, or with the two above, when children are so involved, or also taken aback by a parent wanting to kill themselves in front of their children, or kill their children, to save them from what pain? The fact that he had lost his father. So he's making that choice for them, and then that mother making the choice for her daughter every single week. I don't know. There's that line of, okay, I want to kill myself, I do it, and unfortunately it was done, where the children found the parent. I have a lot more sympathy than a woman who tries to kill herself. Sex had full custody. One day he received a call from the police in another town. They had picked up his son riding in the back seat of a stolen car. Turns out the mom had left, abandoned him two weeks earlier, left him with nothing, not even a phone to call his father. He first stayed with the next door neighbor, then hung out with friends. I went to court to bail him out and gave him a job for the summer until school started. He was a really good kid who had a hard time. Well, thank God for you. This happened to my husband many years ago. He came home and his entire family moved 17 hours away. He sat in the house with no electricity, plumbing, or food for a week before he reached out to a friend and they took him in. Breaks my heart when he talks about it. Oh, he sat there for a week. I'm a 911 operator here. There's not really one specific call, but suicide calls are where the caller has no interest in seeking help but just wanting the police to find them before their family does. Knowing you're likely the last person to speak to someone and there's nothing you can do to help them is pretty rough. Yeah, it would be. A guy in my neighborhood killed his whole family, then called 911 and told them what he had done before killing himself. I always wondered what it was like for the person who took that call and the police who showed up to find the scene. I knew the son pretty well. I was on my way to school that morning when the police were rolling in and blocking up the street. Really depends on the person taking the call. I could deal with the situations as they happen, but honestly it started to wear on me after a few years, so I switched jobs. There were some people I worked with that walked off the job during training after a rough call for the first time. Then there are others that have done it for years and are either able to handle mentally or end up like those call takers that make the news, sounding uncaring or impatient with people who are just trying to seek help on the worst day of their lives. A child of someone I dated long ago did this, 23 years old. Called 911 and told them to come get his body, and that the door would be unlocked, and that was the end. I responded to a suicidal person on Thanksgiving morning. He was there with the police, trying to get the police to shoot him. Police tased him to keep him from harming himself or anyone else. The guy was on something unconfirmed because he found the strength to power through the voltage and initiated the process of taking his own life. He finally went down and was placed on my stretcher. I was trying to control bleeding, but it was to no avail. shift, I received a call from a very distraught man whose dad had gone missing from his care facility. He had dementia, and his dad thought he might be looking for a bar to get a drink. I took this information and got a description. I put out a bolo for him. For these calls, we normally do not find out the outcome. In this case, one of my last calls that same night was a person calling who found a body on a train track. It turned out to be the same guy I put out the bolo for. I had to call the deputy who went and took the guy's statement and tell him the news. He then had to go tell the guy's son. That was a shitty end to the night. The second call is insanely familiar, but a different story. My ex-wife was living in Texas at the time. Our grandfather with dementia went missing. He was found a few hours later after being hit by a train while walking down the tracks. I'm sorry about that. Family member worked as a police dispatcher. Received a call from an elderly woman. Her husband had just been killed in their garage by an intruder. She heard it happening. She's wheelchair bound, but phone was next to her. She frantically begged my family member to help her. Oh, he was on the phone with her. The criminal cut her the road. My family member stayed on the line 3 more minutes until the police got there. He could hear the sounds of the attack, her gasping and gurgling noises. Oh my god, that had to be so horrific. He kept telling her help was coming and to hold on. Amazingly, she survived. The criminal was caught. A 17-year-old who just wanted the thrill of killing somebody because he just wanted to. He picked them at random. He's on death row now. You know, that sounds very familiar, even though it's different. This young guy just wanted to know the thrill of killing, so he picked his next door neighbors who were elderly. I don't even understand that. It's horrible that people just want to kill for pleasure. was mentally ill and lived with his mother. They had been trying to get him committed, with doctors saying he was not in danger to himself or others. His 9-year-old twin nieces were visiting from out of state. He snapped that morning, bludgeoned them all with blunt objects, including a large vase. His mom and one niece died. One twin survived with extensive brain damage. It was a horrifying call. I was a 911 operator. When I asked for the address, I got an angry man yelling, "Just get the fucking ambulance here." When I asked what happened, the caller said, "You don't need to fucking know that. I just need to know what happened so I know who to send and what equipment to bring, sir. Just send a goddamn ambulance. My kid's having a seizure. Don't send any effing police." Don't send police coming from a caller is basically them telling on themselves. Please send police. Because the patient or the EMS crew or both could be in danger. I passed a note to my partner who was dispatching. Send PD, extremely uncooperative caller. I tried my best to get through the rest of the questions, but how old the kid is. Are they conscious? Are they breathing? Has the seizures stopped, etc.? I got nothing but verbal abuse. All I knew is that a pediatric patient had a seizure. And then nothing. There was yelling in the background. There was some terrible yelling in the foreground. Put your hands up. Hey, what the fuck, bitch? And that was it. Police had the caller. The patient ended up being a toddler who had been beaten to an inch of his life by that asshole. Terrifying and sad. I hugged my own kid a little tighter that night. My wife is a pediatric ICU nurse. The number of stories that I've heard from her that are similar to this is absolutely heartbreaking. My cousins, adopted, were victims of that kind of abuse. Their brother was severely brain damaged and died last year. He was in his early 20s. Their mother had quadruplets and ended up abusing them for attention after the press died down. She was released from prison recently, and the first thing she did was contact them and ask for money. Some sort of half-justification, non-apology